I think there's two sides to how you can deal with it. You can be aware of the climate impact that you're making, and you can, consciously say you're going to measure that and offset that. I think that's one approach of doing that. I think that's probably the easy approach of dealing with that. But I think the biggest opportunity, and I think this isn't just about kind of digital marketing, this is across the whole spectrum of opportunity around sustainability, is reducing output, right? If we don't need to do that thing to send that email, to run that ad, then let's not do that. But I think there's also kind of the balance of the reality of running a business. We need customers, and we need, for lack of a better expression, we need to be able to keep the lights on. So you need to be able to still deliver on these key business objectives that you have, and marketing is going to be a really big part of that, because that's how you go get customers. But I think being aware at the small changes that you can make within each of those channels, I think, is where there lies a good opportunity to see kind of bigger outcomes. And I think it is easy to see when you start to measure those things that, from sending out, say, like an email blast or an email campaign, you look at the carbon emissions from that across the year, and you're looking at, the equivalent of someone flying around the world 10 times. I think when people start to think of it a bit differently, and not about these kind of small figures of grams of carbon emissions, but that's, most companies who have some type of email marketing practice are sending out a weekly newsletter, and that's a really easy parallel to draw. That if I think that there's a common question comes up, is that, well, why would I want to send less emails? I've worked hard to get all of these subscribers, and I take my message out to all of them. But I think when you start to think about how you can do that better, I think it's just, if you ask yourself that question of, like, do I have to send an email to every one of these people? It leads into just how you can be implementing better marketing practices. Like, when was the last time that you went through and purged your list? When did you last look at their engagement to see who's opening, who isn't? In what time frame have you been looking at those things? And I think if that trigger point of thinking about sustainability can help you start to think about implementing better marketing practices, then it's a win-win. Everyone wins. So